Hi guys, Wayne's Butler here. Well, it looks like we got the Bruce Lee all set up here, ready for the review. Now, I first want to start out by saying, if you guys are here to listen to a bullshit review, then you need to turn around right now and walk back out that door you just came in. If you guys want to hear a straight, honest, and to the heart review, then grab your favorite beverage and some popcorn and enjoy the ride. Now, a little bit of tongue in cheek there, guys. Don't bust my balls. Just playing around. Because I will say there has not, I repeat, not a bullshit review on this figure yet. And hopefully this won't be one either. But anyways, we'll get into the Bruce Lee here. Awesome. This is why I switched to quarter scale. Awesome figure. I guess it's probably best to do the close-ups now, get that out of the way. Because a lot of the things that I need to talk about, I need to be close up to the figure. First start at the top here. Head sculpt. Said that yesterday. Benchmark. Awesome. Realistic skin tones, the 5 o'clock shadow, everything. I was a little concerned initially with the figure when I first seen it. Because the chest and the arms are made out of two different materials. I thought, there might be a color difference, and there isn't. Although you can tell they are two different materials. No problem there. Get into as far as this shirt goes, I'm not going any further than that, and I'll tell you why here in a second. As far as taking it off, I actually wanted to show more of the abs and stuff, but got an issue around the side of the body. And the articulation, all the joints are tight. I'm not going to start doing one of those reviews, but I mean all the articulation is there. All the joints are stiff, but not too stiff, at least on this figure. Now the shoulder joints are tight. If you push the shoulder up, it fills that gap. Now, as you guys know, we like our figures to be articulated, so there's going to be joints. And the joints by themselves do not bother me. I knew what I was getting myself into before I got the figure. I'm a guy who looks more for defects and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that kind of triggers my OCD. And let's see if I can turn this thing around. Now there is a kind of a funky spot right there, and that's because of how this body's made, and like I said, I'll get into that in a second. Yeah, so let me talk about this body first. Okay, this whole ab section isn't made out of rubber. It's made out of a thin vinyl material that's probably about the thickness of a piece of paper, and it looks like they've wrapped it around a cast of the body. And I mean, the mold is very, very good. I mean, the abs and everything is done very, very Bruce Lee-like. But it's done a lot different than Hot Toys. Now, with Hot Toys, I'm going to use the King Leonidas as an example because I've actually had that figure. I ended up selling it. But the King Leonidas, the way it's done, they've actually taken the true type body and they've suspended it inside a mold. And you can actually see that if you have the King Leonidas, if you turn it around, you'll actually see where those pins were that actually would support the true type inside the mold, and they've actually plugged those holes up that the pins left, with a piece of plastic. And they did a pretty good job at it. But funny with that figure, when I got it, I mean, as awesome as that figure is, because I bought it based on everybody's reviews, when I opened the box, it reminded me of a Chippendale dancer, and it made me kind of uncomfortable. So I shut the box up and ended up selling it. But that's just me, guys. But anyway, so what they've done, if they didn't do that, Enterbay didn't do that. They've actually, like I said, they've taken this suit. I'm going to call it a suit. They've taken the suit and they've put it over top of the true type or the substructure, and they've wrapped it around, and there's a seam right there. Seam right there. Now, it's not a casting seam. It's where they've taken the two layers of material, but like I say, the thickness of a piece of paper, and they've overlapped it maybe probably a quarter of an inch. So there is a noticeable seam down the side, and is why I'm leaving this white shirt on to cover that seam up. It's not really a complaint. It's just an observation. I know a lot of you guys out there are very particular, just like me. It is what it is there. And the other thing here is the hands. Now The fists are very well done, or actually all the hands are very well done. A lot of good veining on it. Now there was some complaints of the hands being too big. Like, well, at least the ones that came with the figure. Now the open hands that came with the figure, when I looked at it, it's like, yeah, they do look kind of big. But when you get into some of these closed hands, not so much. It's those two particular hands there that came on the figure that I thought, geez, they seem a little large for the body, or for the proportions. And well, we're over here. It comes with that shirt. Use a pair of tweezers to kind of unbutton everything. Everything seemed to be sewed on there pretty good. Very well done, tailoring done very well. And we got this fighting stick here. It's real wood. The nunchucks here, metal chain. Looks like the baton part is actually plastic. And it comes with the bag they had at the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie, and the tickets that he was given to get the hell out of Rome. And to Chuck Norris's dismay, he did not. God, Chuck Norris was here in that movie. Anyways, I digress. And then we get the angry sculpt here. Now the funny thing about the angry sculpt, awesome, just as good as the other one, but I couldn't get it to go on the body. Now that little plug in the bottom there, as you can see, well, you can see it there. Anyways, that plug in the bottom appears to be made out of plastic, whereas the plug in the bottom of this head appears to be made out of more of a soft rubber. Now, with a hair dryer, you should be able to get that on, but it doesn't pop on and off as easy as the Bruce Wayne or even that head sculpt there. So again, that's what was up with my particular figure. Then we got the two darts that he made. The other thing I want to talk about is this stand. Now, this is my third Enterbay figure. Proud to have it. Like I said yesterday, Enterbay has their shit together lately. Making some award-winning head sculpts, in my opinion. I'm beginning to like this Enterbay stand. Now, I know when it first came out, a lot of us didn't like it because of that metal ring. Now, in my opinion, I'm kind of used to it. Now, on the Batman, you don't see it at all. It kind of disappears in the black, and on the Joker, it's completely covered with the jacket. So it's it's better even on those figures. You can't see it here now, but the options are, we're all used to the Hot Toy stand. That black piece of plastic up the center of the leg with a crotch grabber. We've all used to it. We're all accustomed to it. We've kind of accepted it, and I don't mind it. It does its job. But why I've grown to like the Enterbay stand is exactly what you see there, guys. Is nothing. You've got a clear sight line between the legs, and I would rather see that than a big piece of black plastic up the center with a crotch grabber. Now it's the thing with quarter scale. When things go wrong with quarter scale, all the bad stuff is even bigger. All the defects are bigger defects. Again, this figure has no defects. It's a figure that I'm glad I bought, and I think you guys should buy if you're a Bruce Lee fan or just a fan of awesomeness. But, so anyways, that's, I've actually thought about getting another stand for that stand just like this for that quarter scale Hot Toys. I probably won't, but it's just like, wow. Because on quarter scale, that piece of plastic up the center is going to be huge. You're going to really see it. And like I said, I've gotten accustomed to this Enterbay because, like I say, that clear sight line. And you got to like that. And the other thing, I think I covered the body, the suit, articulation's good, skin color's good, paint apps excellent, sculpt excellent. Now you could probably take that shirt out. I know there's like a bow at the back that can be untied. The True Type underneath is really good. Excellent. Just let you enjoy that for a minute, guys. I'll probably get into more dynamic pose, but I'm a really big fan of this museum pose. I know it's simple. I'm not really a pose guy. I don't really buy my figures to pose like a lot of you guys do. But, that's just my thing. But this will be going in the showcase. I you see the color there. It's a pretty good match. So you can see a bit of shine there on the shoulder there. And that just signifies the different in material. But the other thing about plastic that a lot of you guys may or may not know, because it's a petroleum-based product, it's a thing called off-gassing. Now, if you notice inside your car, even if you're not a smoker, if you clean the inside of your windshield and you wait a couple months and you don't really clean it anymore, you'll notice that there's a little oily film that will build up. That oily film is called off-gassing, and it's from the the vinyl dash will emit fumes. Basically, it's basically what off-gassing is. It's fumes, and is why you shouldn't really leave your figures in a box for an extended period of time, because basically the figure needs to breathe. And what will end up happening, you'll get accelerated deterioration of the plastic. So it's best to display your figures if you can. Although I understand the whole, I got some figures in the box up there, and which was part of the reason why that DX02 on my figure had so much oil all over the abs, is because of off-gassing, because it was stuck in the box there for 2 months, and my figure was the only one that I knew that had that extent of oil leakage, and it was a hard ab version. So, but that's what it is. It's called off-gassing, and it's what happens when you buy plastic. But anyways, guys, I think I've covered everything. I've rambled on enough. But I will tell you that I'm really enjoying that Windows 8. It's kind of how funny, what a difference a day makes. I'm kind of getting myself around that. I just ended up rewatching a lot of people's videos. I've actually just seen Xenomorph's review on the Bane, and I didn't think his reviews could get any better as far as his camera quality. But man, on that new computer of mine, man, is it ever awesome. The speakers are great too, so I'm looking forward to going back and watching a lot of Dean Knight's videos. So anyways, guys, I did the best I could. I hope I was straight up and honest. Wayne's Butler signing off. Peace and love to all.